My name is Kathy Schuler. I'm 74.
Are you still working or are you retired?
I'm working, and happily so.
Why are you still working?
Because I enjoy my work. I work for the Veterans Administration here in New Jersey, and I enjoy my work. I enjoy going to work every day. I enjoy working with the veterans. I just fell into it. I decided at 45 years old, it was about time I went out to work. My children were pretty much raised, so I went out and I got a job. And I didn't want to travel far, so my work was only 10 minutes from my house. So I started there, and I've stayed there for almost 28 years, I guess. Well, we have quite a large campus that I work on, a number of buildings that are separated from one another. Maybe getting from one building to the other, having to walk a long distance, might be a little bit, difficult at times.
Have you had any accidents at work?
Yes.
outside of work that you probably wouldn't have had in the past 20, 30 years?
That I wouldn't have had? Well, I don't know. I fell in the parking lot due to uneven pavement because it was sunken in. And then I was hit by a food truck, not an automobile. It's a truck that delivers food to the floors in I work in a VA hospital. So it delivers food to the floors in the VA hospital. And I was hit by a food truck. It's a little bit difficult doing things, a little bit more difficult doing things. But I think as long as you keep active and keep moving and keep doing them, it helps.
When do you think is a good age to retire?
Whenever you feel like it. For some people it's 62. For some people it's 65. For some people it's 80. Some people have to retire earlier due to health conditions, but if you're healthy and you enjoy working, there's no reason why you shouldn't work. And as long as you're performing your duties and doing them well, there's no reason why you shouldn't and couldn't keep working. Physically, nothing really serious. No, I developed hypertension. I have high cholesterol. And I have what's called plantar fasciitis. That's from poor arches, which comes with being a senior citizen.
Do you take pills for your high blood pressure or high hypertension and cholesterol?
Yes, I do. And I also have a slight thyroid problem. So I take about 4 pills a day, plus multivitamins. And I also take a pill for thyroid, for my thyroid.
Have you done anything for your plantar fasciitis?
Yes, I've gotten orthotics, and I wear them in my shoes now. Did I ever regret anything? No, I don't think so.
Well, what are your opinions on people regretting things or wishing that they couldn't do something?
Well, it's a shame. I mean, if you want to do something, if you really want to do it bad enough, try to find a way to do it. Life passes you by once, and that's it. For other kids, do what you want to do in life. If you have a dream, follow it. Pick an occupation that you're really going to like to be involved in. If you enjoy what you're doing, you'll never work a day in your life. Well, what I really enjoy doing is reading. I liked to read before, but I tired easily from it. But once I found the iPad, and I can read on my iPad, I'd say in the past year probably I must have read 20-some books.
And do you appreciate books more than you did?
Yes, I think I like that type of reading on a screen. I never liked holding a book in my hand and turning the pages.
So
For some reason, it just suits me better to look at a screen and read the words. And I've developed you know, a real liking to read. Yeah, because we're all computerized. Actually, the VA was the first hospital to computerize medical records. So we are all computerized, and you have to keep up with the times. And I've learned it gradually, so it wasn't dumped on me all at once. Like a lot of people, get into technology, boom, it's kind of tossed at them, where I've been able to pick it up gradually. I think it's made life a lot easier, a lot better, things a lot more accessible.
what about the negative aspects of it?
Well, I think a lot of people spend too much time texting on phones rather than speaking to one another. I still think the old-fashioned way of carrying on a conversation in person is better. It's more sociable.
Were you ever a regular drinker, regular smoker, or do you still drink or smoke?
No. Mm-mm. No.
What are your thoughts about drinking and smoking?
Not good for you. Well, drink a glass of wine every now and then, or a beer or something like that, or a cocktail. It's not bad.
But some people use them to cope or
that's
to sustain their...
That's not good. That's when it becomes a problem. They drink in excess to forget about their problems, to escape from reality. Same thing as taking drugs. What age did I have my children? I had my oldest daughter at 23, and I had my youngest at 33.
And do you have any grandchildren?
I have one grandson who is graduating high school shortly, which I can't believe.
So what do you think has contributed to your lifespan being longer, or you being at the health that you are now? What do you think has contributed to that?
Probably by basically living a healthy lifestyle. Eating, not that I don't eat, foods that aren't good for me, but by eating properly, maintaining my health, doctor visits, taking my medication,
Routine.
and getting, enough sleep. Well, I don't exercise much, but, moving around, not staying stationary. Oh, when I was young, I was raised in a small town. I had a brother, 7 years older than me. We always got along, basically got along. We had, kid squabbles when we were younger. I guess I led what you would consider a normal life. I think I was fairly lucky. My parents had a summer home. My dad had a good job always. My mother was a nurse. She went to work. I was one of the few children whose mother worked at the time growing up, because in the 50s, not that many mothers worked. My mother worked. I was a latch kid back in the 50s. But we had a good life. I was raised in a nice area, went to good schools. My parents always encouraged me. They were always very supportive. I had very good parents. They taught me to be honest, to be responsible, to be a good person.
And do you spread that to other people and try to help
I hope so. I hope, I've instilled it in my children. I think I have, from the way they've turned out. In fact, I'm sure I have. I'm sure my husband and I have done that.